It was not that long ago that mankind was plagued with diseases such as smallpox and tuberculosis that were all but certain death sentences, that 9 out of 10 children died in their youth, and childbearing women had a better chance of dying while giving birth than not, that the fastest any human being could go was as fast as a horse, and certainly not without being connected somehow to the earth below. We believed that the earth was stationary and that all other celestial bodies rotated around us. We believed that lightning, earthquakes, and eclipses were divine tools used to warn or punish sinners, and that evil demons regularly sought out and inhabited women to practice witchcraft on the rest of the populace. We thought that the world was only 6,000 years old and had been covered by a worldwide flood that drowned all but a boat full of species who repopulated the earth. We believed that black people existed because they were cursed and worthy only of being slaves. In fact, we believed that white people were a superior race and divinely intended to dominate all other peoples. Science changed all that. It was our recovery of nerve to dare to learn, to test, to challenge, that finally showed us how wrong all of those ideas were. There is a contradiction, though, in humanist faith. Because to hold on to our faith in human progress, we have to be skeptical. Skeptical of claims and ideas that we may suspect may not actually be true. Skeptical of biases and presumptions for which we see no evidence. For humanism, as much as we believe in the worth and value of man, we disbelieve in the clarity and directness of truth as we perceive it. We know that human beings are a gullible species. Our 5 senses are more limiting than we realize, and fool us as often as not. And where we have strong emotions, we're very liable to fool ourselves. History is awash with people who passionately believe they saw or heard or felt things which later turned out not to be. And history is awash even more so with people who deliberately created deceptions to convince others that they saw or heard or felt things which did not exist. Passion in your beliefs is clearly not evidence for the truth of those beliefs. We also know that ideas, which seem perfectly sound at any given moment in time, often change as knowledge accumulates and technology marches forward. Without the ability to modify our understanding, we become mired in dogma. If you want truth, you have to be prepared to allow your beliefs to be challenged, even aggressively submit them for challenge, and to discard them in the face of contrary evidence, no matter how important and cherished those beliefs are to you. And that is extremely difficult for most human beings. Part of our humanist faith is to recognize this tendency and to counter that bias in our pursuit of truth. In 1620, there was an immense breakthrough in knowledge when Francis Bacon published his Novum Organum, or a new instrument, where he outlined a new system of logic and syllogism that we know today as a scientific method. Now, if humanists had a holy book, this would probably be it. But I can't tell you it would be an enjoyable read. But his brilliance is in finding and testing knowledge not by reference and authorities, but by looking for every flaw and inconsistency that might discredit an idea. His use of inductive inquiry has allowed humankind over just the past 400 years to disclose and discard all those false ideas I listed, and ideas that had accumulated over the previous 4 millennia. And we still benefit from that unprecedented knowledge revolution to this very day. Today, because of Bacon and the scientific revolution he inspired, it is not hyperbole to claim that the poorest, most destitute person in America today likely lives better than British Queen Elizabeth did in the 1500s. Queen Elizabeth did not have clean running water or plumbing that carried away waste, did not have today's hospitals, or even an understanding of the germ theory of medicine and how to disinfect a wound, let alone antibiotics that today make most of the most common and dreaded fatal diseases of the 16th century mere curiosities today. Queen Elizabeth did not have the benefit of electrical or fossil fuel power to drive machines or improve and stabilize agricultural productivity, did not have effective methods for safe, long-term storage of food, thus avoiding constant risk of poisoning through spoilage, did not know how to measure one spot on the seas, and certainly did not have the immense benefit of computer processing and storage or the instantaneous communication of cell phones and satellites. But if we had refused to challenge our beliefs in that time, if we had continued to hold on to ancient authority, we would today still believe that the sun revolves around the earth and that illness is caused by demons and sin. In this most wondrous and yet most dangerous of times, our species needs and deserves a citizenry with minds wide awake and a basic and accurate understanding of how the world works. It has been said that it is better to light a candle than it is to curse the darkness. Humanists understand that science can be the brightest of candles, and every candle lit pushes that darkness back a little bit more. The enterprise of knowledge is a humanist's most important quest and is essential for the welfare of human species. Our curiosity and intelligence are the essential tools for survival and the qualities that humanists admire the most. Free inquiry is the foundation of humanism. Only through inquiry and the accumulation of knowledge can we discover truth. And by pursuing that enterprise and exercising the application of that knowledge through compassion and reason, we keep alive the faith of the progress of humanity and the creation of a better world. I'll leave you with a final quote from Carl Sagan. In his book, Billions and Billions, he wrote, "The world is so exquisite, with so much love and moral depth, that there is no reason to deceive ourselves with pretty stories for which there's little good evidence. Far better, it seems to me, in our vulnerability, is to look death in the eye and to be grateful every day for the brief but magnificent opportunity that life provides." Thank you.